Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the day of the video diary. How's it going today? Today it is a very, very rainy Monday. We haven't had a lot of rain for a while, to be fair. Like, it's spitted every now and again. We've had like showers, but today it's going to be raining all day long, which is why I'm vlogging to you in the car rather than taking a drive, walking with you to the library and stuff, because I don't want to get you wet, you know? Otherwise though, ladies and gentlemen, today I got up at the normal time, got up at 6 and got dressed and all that kind of good stuff. Left on time. We're on campus now. It's about 10 to. Slower driving in the rain, but I'm starting to average 43 miles to the gallon in this car, which is good. I used to have it, when I first got it, I was around the 41 mark. In the old car, I had more of a, I was doing 46, but I didn't believe the readout. So, I believe that this actively is 43 miles to the gallon. So I've got it down. I've figured out how to drive this car smoothly and use a little amount of petrol. That is literally like a proper full-on average of all roads. So that's good, especially considering some of the bloody hills I've got to come up. But yeah, otherwise we're on campus. We've got 2 lectures today. Oh, I don't want to go out in the rain, but otherwise we have a week of heavy dissertation writing. I want to get a first draft off to my supervisor, a content-rich first draft off on Thursday. So that's the aim of the game. And there are some big chapters that I haven't even started. The chapter I'm currently on is by far the biggest of all of the chapters, so it's going to be difficult, but I'm not panicking, if you know what I mean. Otherwise, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to spend today's first stint in the library. I have my first lecture's at 10 o'clock, and that's HCI. So I'm going to go into the library. I've got a good 2 hours to bash out a load of dissertation stuff. Obviously, today is the first day of trying out my Surface book in the field. It's kind of annoying how they both got similar names. I don't like how they put book on the end because it sounds like MacBook. God. Like, what do I call them now? Because the other one's the Surface. I don't want to call this Surface book. That's way too much. That's hard work, that. I'm really only going to spend the first part of my day in the library because as term comes to an end and as exams start to ramp up, the library gets really busy. It even gets busy at like 8:30. I only really get like a decent seat because I'm in there really early to start with. So, but yeah, otherwise after that I'll go to the lab and then entrepreneurship in the afternoon. Fun. I have a unit choice. There's a unit choice lecture going on and I was like invited along so people could ask me questions about what units to pick and stuff. But I mean, if last year's was anything to go by, 3 people would be there. And I mean, I'm trying to figure out whether it's worth going or not. I might just ditch it. I think I'm going to sit here and look at everyone getting wet outside. Ugh, what hideous weather. To be fair, we've been doing like this for a while. Christ. Just finished doing HCI and I'm now heading to the lab. My entrepreneurship lecture later on in the day has been cancelled, so technically I can go home, but I'm probably going to stay to do some work. Well, I'll probably head back earlier than I normally would, but I feel like I'm more productive on campus. Like on Wednesday I'm going to go to the library when I don't have to. Distractions here. I just feel as if I get distracted less, a little bit less on campus. So I'm going to be working on campus today and tomorrow, and then on Wednesday I'm thinking of going to UE Library. I'm thinking of longboarding there to do work during the day so I don't get distracted by Atlas and stuff. But anyway, I've picked this lab for the evening. As though, ladies and gentlemen, this laptop is doing me pretty good. It's doing me a solid today so far. I'm probably going to do like a battery's worth of work, depending on how long that will actually last. I don't even know. Probably stay past lunch. It's 11 o'clock now, so I'll probably stay till like 1 or 2ish, and then think about heading off home, just so that I avoid traffic and stuff. But still try and make the most of working in a productive environment. So back into the dissertation, boys. It's just after 1 o'clock and my battery has gone down to 0. I could charge it. Well, it's not gone down to 0. It's about 60%. It's actually quite. It as if the Surface book actually struggles when it comes to like when it comes to battery life. I expected it to like massively outperform the Surface in battery life, considering it's so much bigger and the the base has its battery and the screen has a battery, so it's got like double the battery. That doesn't seem to be the case. It seems to be, if anything, worse. But it might be because this has got a dedicated graphics card, so maybe that's why. So I guess that it's got a more powerful processor as well, so and more pixels to push in the screen, so maybe all of that put together means it's actually worse. I'll have to do a more detailed battery test one day. Now I am going to head to the car and I'm going to head on home. I should be able to dodge most of the traffic by leaving now, and I've got a good chunk of time to work when I get back. Oh, I could just do with a cup of tea too. And I made it home, ladies and gentlemen. I've just come back, made myself a cup of tea, and I'm taking some biscuits through into here to do some more work. It's just gone, it's quarter to, what time is it? 2:45, and we're going to try and get a good couple of productive hours in now before Laura gets back. So on the way back, apologise about that. On the way back, I was listening to Serial. I'm just getting into it now. I've listened to the first episode. It sounds interesting. I like it. I tried to listen to it once before, when Laura was driving and I was in the passenger seat, but it didn't really work because you kind of got to sit and you've got to listen to it. But yeah, it's alright. I thought as well that it would be too distracting, like I'd get too distracted by driving or vice versa to properly pay enough attention to each one, but I seem to do okay. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to listening to Serial on the way home from now on. Should be good. I'm going to very quickly sort out yesterday's daily vlog and get on with some work. Working away now, and I've got to be said, one of the best things about the Surface Book is the fact that it comes with a charger, and the charger is identical to the Surface Pro 3 charger, so that now means that I have two chargers. Two chargers means that I can have one permanently in my university bag and one permanently plugged in my office. So now I have a charging suite. Fucking brilliant. God, it's something that you don't get used to. Like mobile phones, I've got now I've got two chargers in here because I've got the Surface. Charge my phone there and there, obviously off Atlas as well. Got phone charger there, phone charger there. Like you have chargers everywhere just so that you can, it's convenient, you know. And like, why you only have one charger for things like camera batteries and things like that, but like something that you move around, i.e. a laptop, you should have more than one charger. You should have a home charger and a travel charger. Companies, get on that. Do it. Start giving people an extra charger. Just make it £5. Like, it wouldn't be so bad if new chargers weren't like 80 quid. I don't understand why chargers are so expensive sometimes. As well, for laptop chargers rather than phone, obviously. Phone chargers are pittance. Working away. Right, we are on our 20th page now. Look at that there. 20 pages, but there's actually 69 of them in total. Finished off a big chunk, a big section, gearing up. Well, Laura's going to be back soon, so I guess I'm gearing up for dinner. But in fact, what is for dinner tonight? Is it curry or chili? Curry? In which case, it might be worth putting a pan of water on. Oh, we're not really in a rush. So, I'll look at the meal plan and stuff. I'm going to take a break until we come back from... I'm going to do some more work tonight, though. I'll live, breathe and drink this bloody dissertation. Hot damn. I'm jumping, ladies and gentlemen, to the evening, and well, the evening, late night, and I am just working away in the office, writing some stuff for my dissertation. I had to change to my pyjamas because after we came back from shopping, I emptied the bin out, but then the bin bag started to rip as I pulled it out, so I took the entire bin down, turned it upside down, and then tried to empty it. The problem is, right, this is a design thing I've never really fucking understood, is on the bin there's like a little metal handle that you can then pick up, and then as I turned it upside down, the metal handle obviously swung into place and then proceeded to split through the entire bag instead of just letting the bag slide out. So I wasn't too impressed with that. My attempt to successfully remove it from the bin juices went everywhere. I needed to have a shower, so I had a shower. But otherwise we've had a lovely dinner, as per usual, and we went out shopping and stuff. There was actually still light as well when we came back, which is really, really good. Like it's I really like it that it doesn't get super dark super quick these days. But yeah, so came back, watched the OJ Simpson thing, and then Laura did some exercises, watched a bit of YouTube, and then Laura went to bed, and now I am writing a dissertation. So much fun. I'm living the bloody dream. Yeah. Otherwise, also something I've considered. You know how I was saying about how the Surface batteries doesn't seem to last very long? It might be the fact that it doesn't charge very quick. Because, like, I went into uni and had about like half a charge, or something, maybe even less. And so I put it on charge, and then I don't think it ever really caught up. That's either because I'm using the wrong charger, because I'm using my old charger, and actually there is a difference between the two, or like I wasn't giving it long enough to charge up, so as soon as I take it off, basically nothing's changed to the battery, so it just burns down again. Maybe that's the case. I don't know. Right, anyway, I'm going to go carry on do some work. We're going to go to bed, try and go to bed about 1ish. I'm not being massively productive. It's quite slow going, but if I don't pick things up by like 12:30, then I'll head to bed. Otherwise, I'm going to try and stay up till about 1ish. Tomorrow, we've got more of the same crypto day though, so we've got cryptography lectures to do. Basically more of the same, except no shopping, so more work in the evening. Happy bloody birthday, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, also, I realised where I was going to take the piss out of someone. I was talking to Laura on the way back home from shopping. I was going to take the piss out of someone for ordering photos from the thing. Because when I booked my gown and stuff for my graduation, there was an option to pick photos. And all of the options, like the top 10 of the options are like £300 for a gold frame. For some fucking reason. Kind of just went, oh fuck, next. You know what I mean? Thinking that like, oh, you go there, basically this is to buy a bullshit frame. I'll go there and then just buy the normal ones. And then Laura was like, no, it doesn't work like that at all. So I go on and I've realised that I've got to, if you scroll down far enough, you get the plebby options at the bottom for people who don't want to spend £300 on a gold tinted frame for their crappy graduation certificate that doesn't mean shit. Oh, I don't understand people. It's not even a graduation certificate. It's a photo of you holding a fake scroll. Anyway, so Laura's like, I was like, well, fuck it then. I don't really want them. But then she's like, well, but Dad's gonna want. Your dad is gonna want one, and stuff like that. So anyway, I go on there and I'm like, there's two options. Well, the two lowest, cheapest options. There's a £27 option, which only has like one proper sized photo and then two crappy ones, or a £40 option which has three proper sized ones and four crappy ones. So obviously you have to get the more expensive one to get the photos you might need if you were giving it to more than one person. And then, right, so it's got £40. £40 for this, and it's three photos and then four small ones. 40. What? Walk into fucking Boots and get that fucking printed off from my camera for less than a tenner, right? Way less than a tenner, considerably less than a tenner. Right, and then £40, they then have the fucking gall to then charge you £7 postage and packaging. £7. £7 bloody pound. Right, I was not impressed. Also, right, there's no option for anything else. I'd rather fucking drive there and pick them up myself. It's not far away from here. I bet you it will cost me less in petrol to drive there, pick them up and fucking drive back than it would for them to deliver it to me. So right, okay, so fine, I've got to have postage and packaging, there's no other kind of collection, How long does it take to deliver? Amazon, cost you less than £7 to get next day delivery. I think it's like, what, does it work out as like £7 or £8 a month for Amazon Prime, which is unlimited things next day delivery. Oh no, it takes 7 weeks. 7 weeks? What is that? It's all because the fucking graduation company is like some bullshit company that no one's ever heard of, but like they've got a fucking monopoly on all universities and graduations, and then there's no competition, so they can charge whatever the fuck they want. So yeah, I'm thinking about cutting out the middleman and just sending the university my bank details and then my PIN, so that they can just help themselves, you know. I don't need to waste my time going onto websites spending money for them. I wasn't impressed with that at all. I'm a tightwad. And then it's the last chance they have to rinse you of everything else you've got. And then as soon as you graduate, they'll then start pestering you to make donations to the alumni fund, which I don't even know what the alumni fund does, but the university has like a net income of like £270 million, and has over £470 million in assets, and has like 20 million just in the bank as a reserve. So I think they can fucking do one at the end of the day. The price, I wonder what would happen if you said like, no, I can't afford to buy a gown or rent a gown. I wonder what they'd do. I wonder if you'd be allowed to go. Probably not. But it's such a to graduate, the whole thing of graduating costs just more money. Like the whole degree hasn't already cost too much. It's ridiculous. You've got to buy your gown, you've got to buy your photo. You don't have to buy your photos, but you have to buy a gown, or rent one, which I am, obviously, because I'm not going to buy a gown. Why the fuck would I do that? You've then obviously got to like get everyone down there for the day, all that kind of shit. To graduate, you've got to do a dissertation, which means you've got to pay to get it printed. I'm not happy. I'm a tight bastard though, so anyway, I'm going to bed. It's midnight. Well, I'm not going to bed. I'm going to do some work, but it's midnight, so I'm going to end the video. Catch you later.